out with your lights. Do it all for the Christ, and he ain't playing nice. Knew the end from the start. Fix your face like it's art. The sons of a simp, call them Bart. Yeah, you did your best, played your part. But now it's time to cut you to the heart. Flex on occasion. It's the strangest of the salvation. You see it, believe it, amazing. Them chariots coming invasion since the creation. War, mine, Lord, bless the general. Greatest nation, eat them unequivocal. Bombs dropping, buddy, cause it's biblical. Start shit, now it's time to finish. Whoa. Said he won't vote, he looking for smoke. So, we give him some more. We want the world, we breaking them down. Taking the kingdom, can't wait for the crown. We want the world, we breaking them down. Taking the kingdom, can't wait for the crown. It's the end of the world. Ain't the beginning of ours. It's the end of the world. Ain't the beginning of ours. It's the end of the world. Ain't the beginning of ours. We want the world, we breaking them down. Taking the kingdom, can't wait for the crown. It's the end of the world.
I can't wait for our kingdom to start and for there to be finished. Get rid of all of their idols and lying religions. Look for the crown like an Edris. Hey, this that crown talk. Wisdom of Solomon 5 talk. This that second Edris 6 and 9. We want eyes talk. It's your time to end. And my time again. It's our time to win. Away with the sin. You know what it is. Rejoice with my kin. See, that is why we repented. Go to streets, I can see myself in it. The city is bright, the kingdom of light. A wonderful sight past the angels, the inner light. I need 1,000 years of labor. Sit on my throne with my savior. Try to know why and press alone. He bring pain like Major. You think the nations is equal to us? TK Kirkland, who raised you? Flex on occasion, my God a racist. That's why we moving with patience. It's been a long time coming. I spent my whole life running. Now that I'm 10 toes down and established my faith on 100. Woe to the nations, my king will race them. You know they gotta be punished. Jeremiah 25. Yeah, you know they gon' fry. Whoa.
Said he won't vote, he looking for smoke. So, we give him some more. We want the world, we breaking them down. Taking the kingdom, can't wait for the crown. We want the world, we breaking them down. Taking the kingdom, can't wait for the crown. It's the end of the world. Ain't the beginning of ours. It's the end of the world. Ain't the beginning of ours. It's the end of the world. Ain't the beginning of ours. We want the world, we breaking them down. Taking the kingdom, can't wait for the crown. It's the end of the world.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. Shalom. Shalom, family. Most High in Christ bless y'all. All right. Pray y'all had a great Sabbath and an excellent, weekend and all that. Right. So we are the Nehemiah Squad. We're going to reintroduce ourselves. I'm Captain Zakai.
Hey, it's Officer Shim.
Yep, Officer Judah.
All right. Let's get that thumbnail up, y'all. All right. So we're going to revisit the Kendrick Johnson case, all right? And y'all know that, we have great familiarity with that case because we were involved with the family, press conferences and so on and so forth, all right? Murder, corruption, and a cover-up. That's what's happening, all right? No one has been arrested for this crime yet. It's a complete cover-up. It's madness, all right? This is going on about 13 years now. All right, and tonight we got our special guest, Kendrick Johnson, who's the father of Kendrick Johnson. All right, before we bring out our guest, please play video number 1. We're gonna start at 4 minutes 35 seconds. All right.
Come on, y'all.
All right, pause for a second. All right, so this is when we hold on a second. All right, so this is when we had the press conference with the Johnson family, all right, in which we were out there in Valdosta, all right, Georgia. All right, as you can see, bishops were there. We had the captains there. Captain Mattathias had set everything up. Shout out to Captain Mattathias. Putting it together. It was a great day. So we're going to play a little bit of a clip from when Kendrick Johnson was speaking, all right? Hit play.
Show support for the Johnson family and for justice for Kendrick Johnson, who was murdered inside of his high school.
Is that 4:35?
Just being.
That's not 4:35. I want 4 minutes 35 seconds.
Minutes 35 seconds.
Quiet.
I'd like to thank everybody for coming out to support Kendrick. We are here today to demand the appeals court to do the right thing. There's enough evidence before the court as we speak, so they must do the right thing. We have to keep pushing and keep pushing until they do the right thing. We won't stop. We will continue to push forward. There's some things I want to say, but I guess I'll hold them today. But as Jonathan says, there is so much evidence to prove Kendrick was murdered. They don't want you to believe what you see. They want you to expect to believe the blatant lies that they tell. There was no significant injuries of Kendrick's. I seen Kendrick 2 days after he was found murdered in his high school. And that is with me seeing Kendrick that day, 2 days after he was found, I'll never forget that for the rest of my life. Because what they did to our son, even after his death, is unbelievable. And then they expect us to believe all of these blatant lies that they tell about our son. They want us to believe the people that we believe have 100% to do with what happened to Kendrick. The officials, the authorities there in Valdosta even gave them alibis.
Right. Pause for a second. I want to make sure everybody who's watching is recognizing what's happening here. So all of the officials who were involved, anybody who was doing any investigation, anybody involved was already given an alibi. All right. So therefore, how can you really do a full investigation? If everybody got an alibi, that means there's no way in the world they could have possibly did anything. Right? So it kind of gets them right out the way. What you left with? Nothing. I just want to make sure we clear on that. All right, hit play.
They worked so hard to give them alibis. They even said we got pings on their phone. There was X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, right.
We asked for those pings. It's going on 12 years now. They haven't produced them yet.
Right. Hit pause. Y'all heard that? So generally in these cases, y'all done watched all the 48 hours, all these different shows they got about murder investigations. And when they have a suspect, they go check the phone. And the phone usually pings off of whatever tower. It lets you know exactly where they are. So they're saying we have the records of their pings of the phones, and they were nowhere near the situation. So the Johnson family said, okay, let us see that evidence. They've gotten nothing in 12 years. Now it's 13 years. Still nothing. All right, hit play.
We asked for the cameras of the boys inside their classrooms. I said, if y'all are so sure that they was where they say they was, show us on camera. They wanted to tell me, well, we can get you some on a piece of paper.
Wow.
Nah. One of the alleged cover-uppers, he is the superintendent of the school. So he can make a piece of paper say anything.
Hit pause. Now, in this world of ultra surveillance, they got cameras everywhere.
Yep.
In the cars, the Tesla got its own camera system. It record everything around it, even when it's parked. You talking about a camera everywhere, all in the hallways and everything. Why wouldn't they get that and say, here it is, right? This is the family, the father of the victim. You know, as the bottom line, you got to make the family at least feel some level of comfort that you're doing the job. But that's not what's going on here, y'all. That's not what's going on. They produce nothing. And the boys that he's talking about, we're going to get into that later, because there are some suspected perpetrators that are part of this whole cover-up.
Right.
Go ahead, hit play.
Show us on camera. That hasn't materialized in 12 years. We asked them about those thumb marks on Kendrick. They want to talk about everything but that.
Hit pause. Y'all might not have known there was stun gun marks on Kendrick. Stun gun. Right? None of you gonna tell me that nobody's involved? He did this to himself, stun gunned himself, went into rolled up in a mat. Oh no, everybody had that body. No, nobody was around. Right. It was an alibi. Listen, y'all, we pausing it like this because we want to make sure we hit every point so y'all can now keep this in your mind. We don't want nobody forgetting about this situation. It can never happen. We can't. We don't do that. We ride into the end. Hit play.
They're always talking around in circles. We ask them questions about where all the injuries come from. They want to say that Kendrick walked in this gym to retrieve his shoes. We have Dr. Marianne Gaffney-Craft on deposition. She's saying the more Kendrick reached for his shoe, the more the shoe drops. So if a 10-inch size 10 shoe cannot fall in the mat without getting stuck, how can a human body crawl inside a mat?
Right. Hit pause. Because those mats that Kendrick was found in was actually standing up at one point. Yeah. Right? So what they were saying was his shoe fell into the mat, and as he was trying to grab it, the shoe was going further in, and then he in turn was going further in.
Wow.
Right? But we know that that's BS.
Right.
Yeah. That's impossible. Everything would have fell over. It would have been a whole scene. He would have pulled himself up out of there. We know that that's not real. Yeah. That's how disrespectful these people are. To disrespect the intelligence level that they think they just gonna say anything. No, these people are dumb. Whatever we give them, they gotta accept.
Yeah.
All right, hit play.
We have our own deposition saying this. We also have our own deposition saying she sent all his internal organs back. Come to find out, he has no internal organs.
Hit pause. Again, I'm going to apologize, not apologizing. We have to pause it because I want to make sure we hitting every point. When they did the autopsy, right, you check the body. Most times they will remove organs, put them back in, then send it to the funeral home, right? When they exhumed the body to do the second autopsy, no organs were found in his body. We talking about not his brain, nothing inside from all his chest cavity, everything gone, including the windpipe. You're gonna hear Mr. Johnson talk about that, and we got him online. Y'all might be saying, "Oh, he's there, he's the guest there," but no, I want this to show right here because every point was getting hit. We're gonna talk about these things when we bring them on. All right, in a couple of seconds. All right, but y'all pay attention to this stuff. They put newspaper in our little brother's body and sent them back. What part of it? What we doing? Nobody got nothing to say, and then they don't know what happened. Oh, we don't know what happened. So y'all don't know nothing. Y'all don't know how he got killed. Y'all don't know who killed him. Y'all don't know what circumstances are. Y'all don't know what happened to his organs. It's just violation upon violation upon violation. But the Lord is watching. Yes. Hit play.
Even the state of Georgia would not even put in an investigation to what happened to his organs. They're telling us they can't investigate the GBIs. Well, the GBIs is the one saying they sent the organs back. So it's two more people.
Hit pause. GBI is Georgia Bureau of Investigation. All right. So when they say they can't investigate them because they're a law enforcement entity, who going to do it? It would have to be the feds or something like that. That's going to be a never-ending story. Go ahead. Hit play.
Who had custody of Kendrick's body? That was the transporter and the funeral home. So what happened to Kendrick's organs? They don't want to do a thorough investigation until what happened to his organs. We're not just talking about his lungs. We're not just talking about his kidneys. We're talking about every internal organ inside his body, from the top of his head to his pelvis. Everything is missing. Even his windpipe, even his tongue.
Tongue. Hey, hit pause. I missed that one. The tongue. Family, we got to pay attention to all these details. This ain't like y'all, when people buy some medicine, y'all don't never read what's on the look. It's such fine print. No, we got to pay attention to every detail right here. This is important because the same thing what's happening here can happen to one of our personal children. But Kendrick Johnson, that's our brother, that's our son. We have to keep that mentality, keep that energy. When y'all hearing this, take this to heart. This is something that's going on right now as we speak. There's still no answers. Hit play.
Everything is missing, but they don't want to do a thorough investigation because they say they can't investigate the GBI. But the GBIs is the ones who's saying we sent all of this stuff back. So if the GBI is saying they sent it all back, why doesn't the GBI put in a thorough investigation to see what exact happened to his organs? Because they know it's something there. They know it's a big cover-up, and it's been going on now for going on 12 years. This is a BS we got to stop. We want to thank y'all for coming out and supporting Kendrick and pushing for the truth and pushing for the truth to come out, because the truth will prevail. Thank you.
That's right. Hit pause, y'all. Y'all can drop that. Hey, bring in Kenny Johnson. Bring in Kendrick Johnson for us.
Yeah. Hey, how y'all doing?
Hey, how you doing? How you doing, Mr.
Shalom,
Johnson?
brother.
Hey. Good to have you.
Yeah,
Good to have
thank
you. Man. So we went through all of that. I want to make sure everybody hears every detail. We know that there's more, but I wanted to base it on what you said. And now I want you to update us, because I know something happened a couple of months ago in regards to y'all bringing a lawsuit against the state and everybody else. We just want you to talk to that situation a bit.
Yeah, we brought a lawsuit against the two corrupt judges, Lee Martin May and Judge Garrett.
Okay.
We put enough evidence before the court. Let's go back. I'm gonna step back a little bit.
All right.
Judge, at first they didn't want us to file a lawsuit against Judge May. So when this new judge came on, Judge Garrett, she told us to not to refile against the judge, and not to add the GBI to our lawsuit. They wanted us to just completely wipe the GBI and free the GBI of their duties. But we told her no.
Right.
And we filed anyway. Then she sent us a letter back saying, did not tell y'all to not to file against the GBI. See, why they don't want us to file against the GBI? Why they don't want the GBI in the middle of this? Because once we prove that the GBI is the liar that they are,
Right.
thousands of cases, people can come back and re-get their cases reheard. Every case that Dr. Kraft was part of, they will be able to come back and get their cases reheard, because she'll be proven as a proven liar.
Right.
And so we pushed back on that, and we filed against them anyway. So then Judge Garrett, she turned around and dismissed our case just like Lee Martin May did. So with the evidence for the court, the evidence before the court has never been denied against from the defendants. They never disputed anything that we have said in court. And this is evidence that's come from an open record request that they never documented. They took pictures of it and everything, but they never documented this in their report. Their report say everything different other than what's there at the scene. And we picked it out. We brought it to their attention, and they didn't want to do anything about it. They act like they dumbfounded. They just want to turn their head to the evidence that they collected from their crime scene.
So,
And
I'm sorry, Ken. So the evidence they collected, right? What did they do
Yes.
with that? Did they act on it at all, or did
No.
they do a thorough job at all? Because it looked like they didn't collect any evidence. That's what it looks like to me.
yep, from the open record request that we received, they collected the evidence, but they just didn't put it in their reports as it is
All right.
if it wasn't even there.
Right. Okay. There you go.
So that's what happened there. And we pointed it out in the courts, showing them, and we didn't just say what was there. We got the pictures from their crime scene that they took and put it in every file and say, hey, we filed this, and that. And they still want to ignore it.
So, okay, I saw some of the, because obviously on the news and everything else, they have the footage of Kendrick walking through the hallway, going into the gym. Then it's kind of cutting up a bit. You don't actually see, you see a couple other people in there, but you don't actually see anybody walking in or walking out. What happened to all of that video footage? Right. Where is all of that?
Well, we got some footage now.
Okay.
When Kendrick comes into the gym is full of kids.
Okay.
Kids everywhere. And they try to tell us, at first they said no one was in the gym but this white kid and Kendrick. See, a white kid walked in before Kendrick.
Right.
He went to the left. No, they said a white kid walked in the gym before Kendrick. He went to the right. They said Kendrick came in after him, and Kendrick went to the left. But if you look at the video, when Kendrick was going into the gym, Kendrick didn't go left or right. He went straight.
Straight, yeah.
He's supposed to have went straight. Now, that's why the video is doctored. The doctor.
Yep.
But we have found video footage of the entire gym, okay. And the gym is full of kids. Really? And we just found in one of the open records, one part of the evidence in open record, this girl is walking directly to those mats. She comes in the gym and she walks straight across the floor.
Right.
And you can first they said that you couldn't, the cameras would not pick up the mat from the distance where the mat was.
Okay.
But now we in their open record request in the open record we have a girl walking towards those mats, and you can see the mats clearly. But they want to say that
right
cameras did not catch Kendrick in it because you couldn't see the mat. But now in the open record request, what we got from them, that you can see the mats. So why didn't those cameras pick up everything that Kendrick done?
Right.
Because all that footage went missing because what they're saying never happened.
That's right. So let me ask you, because I know there was a couple of white teens that they thought possibly could have been the suspect. Is it all right to say their names? Are they? I know they're not actively suspects, but the Bell brothers. Okay, so they are.
They suspects to us.
Exactly.
Because
yeah, that's right.
Because there had to be some kind of evidence that they done something for a target letter for a judge to sign off on a warrant for their homes and their school dormitories.
Right.
There's got to be some type of evidence for the judge to do that.
Right.
And their father was an active FBI agent at the time.
Right.
If it wasn't anything there, ain't no way that a judge would sign off on that warrant.
Right. Right.
And I want to say this, and I want to make this very clear. From our understanding, there wasn't just white boys. There's some blacks tied up in this too.
Okay. Okay. Okay, and you know what? That needs to be discussed because I remember even with Emmett Till, right? When I saw the story of Emmett Till, I remember I was shocked in the movie when I saw it was black people involved with them white men who came and took Emmett Till. It was a couple that assisted them. I was shocked. I remember I told Bishop Nathaniel, I said, I never knew that was in there. I never knew that was a thing. So and one thing they were trying to run was that it was somebody trying to create a race card with all of this. No, ain't no race card. We have a young man who was killed. We need to know who killed him. If it would have been 20 black kids who killed him, that's what we want to know who killed him. Yeah. So now, we want to get down to the bottom of it. So whoever's involved, That's what we want to know about. So you're saying that they have evidence on also some black teens that were involved in this whole situation?
My wife spoke on this not long ago,
Okay.
and this could have cleared everything up and brought everything to the forefront, right? My wife's cousin had a son
Right.
on that wrestling team, and the son hung out with those white boys. Instead of she getting her son to tell the truth of everything he's seen, she lawyered up and said her son was not going to talk.
Damn.
We have pictures of her son trying to hide from the cameras. He comes to a camera, he try to hide his face. There's some black guys tied up in this. Yes.
Do we have, matter of fact, bring up number 11. I just want to show the picture of the two brothers. I want to show a picture of that, of them. So that's them. This is what it says. It says that Brian and Brandon Bell, that's the name of these guys. They're the suspects. Well, like Mr. Johnson said, suspect to us, right? But according to GBI and the rest of these organizations, they're not suspects. But these guys, I want to make sure y'all see a picture of them. Their father was an active FBI agent at the time, all right, with his field office in the same city, pretty much, right? So obviously, if there was a cover up, hey, you know, we're gonna see. Now, Mr. Johnson, you can drop that. Mr. Johnson, what would be is there any word on what the motive can be behind this? Why was there an issue?
Kendrick and the younger brother got in a fight a few times.
Okay.
And that came up in the deposition. And the few times that they got in a fight, the younger brother come up on the losing end of the stick. And when you have such an arrogant father,
right,
you know, things like this happen. Well, the father, I guess that he didn't know, or he knew, it was just a lie that he was trying to tell. He came up in deposition and was saying, you know, Kendrick stayed to his house many a nights, just about every weekend.
Oh, that. What? hold on. So the kid Bell said that Kendrick, your son, was in his house spending the night mostly every weekend.
The father
said that.
I'm talking about the father.
Right. Obviously, that didn't happen.
The kid didn't say it. The father said it.
The father said it. Oh, so he just made something up.
So I sat there. I was in a deposition. We was in a deposition. My attorney, when I started moving around, because it was agitating me so much, and my attorney kept whispering me, "Just let him talk. Just let him talk." Until I had enough of that. I stood up. When I went to stand up, the attorney we had at the time, he tried to stop me. He grabbed me by the arm and tried to stop me. So I knocked his arm away. I said, "Hell no!" I said, "I got to stop this right here." I said, because if I let this deposition in, and this man telling all these lies,
right?
I said, I ain't gonna be able to live with myself.
That's
so
right.
I got to correct this right now. And so I stood up. I voiced my opinion. I called him all kind of EMFs and let him know that he was lying. And I said, Kendrick, I said, not only Kendrick, I said, any of our kids that me and Jackie have together, they never even stayed with our parents overnight. They even underage. We didn't let them stay with our parents, either her parents or my parents. We didn't allow our kids to stay over anybody's house.
See that?
At a young age.
Right.
And I called him all kind of MFs. I said to his face, I said, that let me know that you and your kids have everything to do.
That's right.
With what happened to Kendrick, because if you didn't have, you or your kids have anything to do with this, I said, you wouldn't be here telling these lies.
Right.
I said, you wouldn't tell these lies. I mean, I said, but you trying to make it seem like that Kendrick was friend with your boys, and you know damn well that is not true.
Wow. That's crazy. So in a deposition, nobody takes a look at that and goes to the man that says, Agent Bell, why did you lie? Nobody questions that?
Because all of these people is tied together.
Right.
It's in the, he is part of the good old boy network.
There you go.
They don't want to answer these questions because I catch the sheriffs in lies when he tell lies, and he act like I'm crazy for bringing up the lie that he told me, and he'll say, "Well, you don't trust me? Hell no, I don't trust you."
Right.
Trust you? No. The Bible said, "Never trust thine enemy."
Exactly.
That's never gonna happen. Yeah. No. So I know the lawsuit is pending. So do y'all have anybody like a private investigation, anything going on to try to keep this thing moving?
I think it's a lot of people working on it. And we every time we get the one investigators, a private investigator here, he died, and the white one was at some point
Gave up?
start siding with the other side.
Yeah, there you go.
And when he first became when I first knew that they hired him as a private investigator, I had a bad feeling about that. I voiced that to that attorney from the very beginning. They act like they tried to sue him, but then hell, he jumped on their side.
Yep. Yeah, they had that conversation with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had that good conversation with him. So he said, "Yeah, I don't see there's nothing going on here. Nothing going on here."
But I want to say this. But everything that we have alleged in our lawsuits, it come out of their open records request.
Right.
It's their evidence.
That's
we did
right.
not collect any of this.
Right.
It's their evidence. Just like one auto reports, the guy say the shoes that he was trying to retrieve, the shoes were saturated with blood. But you go to the crime scene photo of those shoes, there's not a lick of blood on those shoes. Neither pair of those shoes. But he has in the report, he tried to make his report sounds, true that hey, this happened. Because
Right.
if the shoes were beneath him and the shoes is saturated with blood, was maybe this happened. But so I took upon myself, I told the people that we had worked with, I said, hey man, gather every report that they wrote. And so we gathered the reports up. We took all the crime scene photos, and he got a number. Item 1, item 2, he got everything numbered. So such and such is saturated with blood. I put the shoes, I put those in the evidence bag, and I put it in my truck and locked it up in my truck as evidence, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we went to that. What he was saying was a shoe. Went to those shoes, and nowhere those shoes were saturated with blood. No blood on it. And so, and we just found another key thing. All right. At first, they recorded the crime scene.
Right.
Right. They did a walkthrough, recorded everything in the gym, and they recorded Kendrick. They put the camera on Kendrick. And in that video, there's no shoes.
What?
Nowhere inside.
So
But
when
the crime scene photos, they lift Kendrick's hair up, put the shoes up in his hair like he was reaching for the shoes. But
Wow.
inside the video that they took, there was no shoes nowhere near Kendrick's head.
See that? So that they trying to make they don't want they don't want the school to be involved.
Yeah.
Right? They don't want them to be held liable. The law enforcement agency is not going to be held liable. Those boys, they don't want them. They just want this to go away.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what they did. they told us we can only sue the school.
Right.
But now they're saying we didn't serve the school. We use a licensed server. We use licensed servers, and now they're trying. We got them so up in a jam. Now they're saying, well, y'all didn't serve us correctly, so we go dismiss it because y'all didn't serve us correctly.
Yeah, all right.
And so, but you know, it's a game they playing, prolong everything. But
Right.
you know, we'll be all right. I believe we're gonna be all right. But the reason why they want us to just sue just the school alone, because the school, when you sue a school, right, you have to sue a school for the amount their policies are.
Right. That's the point. Exactly.
That's
It's
why
going to
they
be a
just
cap.
want us to sue the school.
Right.
So if we just sue the school, I think their policies no more than $2 to $3 million.
Right.
And they just want us to sue the school and be done. I said, no, we're not going to sue just the school, because it's more than just the school.
Right. And this is more, it's more than money. This ain't really
y'all
about money.
Y'all took part in this. We didn't tell y'all to do it.
That's right.
Y'all made yourself liable for telling all these lies and not telling the truth.
Right.
If you came in, done your job, told the truth of what you see, how can even one of the research officers said from the very beginning how Kendrick's face was disfigured.
Oh man.
But then all of a sudden, the fool they have enough sense to pull that report out, but he left that report in about how his face was disfigured.
Right. That's what I was going to say to you earlier. They have they're saying one thing, the evidence is saying something else. Yeah. It don't make sense.
Right. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely correct.
That's how comfortable they feel in this cover up. Like they obviously this ain't the first time they doing this.
No.
Very comfortable.
That ought to have a long history of covering up things.
Right.
You've got a guy by the name of Willie Jane Williams. Mm-hmm. Sheriff beat him up. They threw him in the cell. He died. They covered that up. Mm-hmm. But sometimes these families, a lot of families will fall for anything.
Right.
And take them at their word. But they met the wrong family this time.
That's right. All praises to the Lord. Yeah, you got to.
We're gonna challenge.
Yeah, you got to, because you know what? Our people, we feel weak, right? We've been destroyed over the years, so now we don't look at the law enforcement for anybody to help us. Once we get into a bind like this, like this situation is so deep, most people would have just walked away, just sued the school, got their little money, and mourned with that little money. But this is bigger than money. This is just bigger than money. And I like what y'all did in the lawsuit. Y'all brought like a RICO case against everybody. That was beautiful. I've never listen. Hey, y'all, bring up the term RICO. All right, bring up RICO, because we need to read that, because what y'all did was lovely, because you brought in all the different departments that were involved, like the GBI. I'm not sure who else. It was like a few different ones, but that's how it's like a criminal organization type of thing. That was excellent.
And what makes it so great of that, just about you read every one of them report, right? Every report that they report saying the same thing.
Right.
So if y'all don't have communication with one another, how y'all report saying just about the same thing?
Right. No, that's funny. You see what I'm saying? They do you have it? Bring that up real quick, and then we're gonna get back to your point. That's a great point. Right. So, you want to read that, Officer Yami?
Yes, sir. Google definition: RICO. RICO stands for the Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act.
Right. Go ahead.
A powerful United States federal law enacted in 1970, designed to combat organized criminal syndicates.
Right.
Codified under 18 U.S.C. 1961 to 1968. It allows prosecutors to charge a group of individuals, an organization, or its leaders for crimes committed as a part of an ongoing criminal enterprise.
Right. So generally, this is what they use against the cartels, drug dealers. They say, okay, well, listen, you had the drugs in your car, but you're connected to all these guys who gave it to you. This one gave you this one, and they wrap everybody in there. So you have like 100 guys going to court and getting jammed up on a RICO. So what the Johnson family did was kind of a reverse. They put the RICO on all of the law enforcement organizations in the school and everybody. And because to be honest with you, this definition fits them 100%.
Yeah.
100%. But go ahead, Mr. Johnson, go ahead.
And see, that's we thought about that, and we say, shit. All of these people, you read every one of their reports. All of their reports say it's just about identical. Right. So you take all these reports, you put together, all y'all saying, each agency saying the same thing. So that's proof that y'all had conversation and agreed to.
Right.
We agreed to what y'all are saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So just like when they at first the sheriff told me that Kendrick went down feet first. The very first thing they told us that Kendrick went down feet first. He bent over to get his shoe and got stuck and died. I said, man, you is crazy as hell. You think I'm gonna sit here and believe that?
Right.
The very next morning, I got a phone call. And they said, no. This time I got a phone call from a guy who was running for sheriff. He said, no, Mr. Johnson, I think they told you wrong. He said, he went down head first. I said, well, you there? I said, well, you on the scene? He said, no, I went on the scene. I said, well, how you telling me that he went down head first and you went on the scene and they was there? And so, but they got it wrong, but you got it right.
Right.
I said, I don't know who y'all think y'all talking to, but y'all got the wrong guy.
Yeah, they're totally disrespectful. Because they look at us like, they believe the hype. They told everybody a long time ago, oh yeah, black people, their IQ is low. Yeah. The way they skull look, you could tell that they have limited intelligence and talking all of this foolishness, and they call that science, but that was all lies. That was all, but their people believe it. So that's why they talk to us like this today. Like they're going to tell you something like that. They're not going to tell another white person that because they know that ain't going nowhere.
Right. Yeah.
That ain't going to go nowhere.
And that's one. And that's one of the things that the sheriff, each one of the sheriff, the prior sheriff and the sheriff now, that was one thing. Both of them that have told me. They say, are you from around here? Each one of them told me, are you from around here? I said, I'm from around here. They say, you're not like the people that we normally deal with.
Oh man.
They said, when you talk to a man, you look a man dead in his eyes. I said, that's because I mean what I say.
That's right.
You and no one else is not gonna sit here and tell me anything, and I got to hold my head down.
Right.
They say you're different from. They actually told me that I was a different man from all the other people around.
Yeah, because you was the slave that was fighting.
Right. Yeah.
You was the slave that was fighting. Our people, unfortunately, we're broken people. Mm-hmm. We're broken. Yeah. So when brothers is talking to the police, they got their head down and don't want to look at them. No. We grown men. We talking like this. I'm not doing nothing wrong. Right. I'm coming to you. You supposed to be the organization supposed to help me. I'm coming to you. You got to talk to me straight. But they're not used to that, But go ahead, bro.
Yeah, they used to us being docile and able to just sweep things under the rug. But we got some common sense here, right? One thing,
that's all it takes.
Yeah. One thing Cap said earlier, and I wanted to pull the scripture because we got the common sense that we can follow the lies and find the truth, right? Easy. We got the common sense to do that. But one scripture that I'm thinking of is Ecclesiastes 5:8. Because at the end of the day, while the lies is going on, it's somebody that's beholding all of it. Somebody's watching all this. Watch this.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 5, verse 8. If thou seest the oppression of the poor, and violent perverting of judgment.
Violent perverting of judgment. We supposed to get justice. We got all this evidence.
Right.
We got camera footage. We got pictures. We got statements, so on and so forth. But the judgment is still perverted. Something's being covered up. Read.
And justice in a province.
Justice is not happening towards us. Read.
Marvel not at the matter.
God said, don't worry about that. Don't be amazed that that's happening to you people, because we are God's chosen people. Read.
For he that is higher than the highest regardeth.
Whether they think they sweeping it under the rug or not, the Most High, he didn't miss it a bit. He got it all jotted down, and they're gonna get judgment for that. Read.
And there be higher than they.
God is way higher than they. So now, knowing that, it behoove us as people. This is unity time. You see what I'm saying? They got my man Rasheem Carter. They sawed his head in half, and they said that an animal did that. So we talking about the same system that continue to. We got brothers being hanged in 2026.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? From trees and saying those are suicides.
Right.
You know, so it's unity time. We got no time for this gang banging and all that, and we got to be completely unified and watch each other's back, because, you know, the prayer is everywhere, but God is watching. That's what I wanted you to.
That's right.
Really pay attention to that.
No, that was beautiful. And let me just name who's in this RICO lawsuit, because this is important. So it's the North District of Georgia, right? Chief Judge Lee Martin May, that's who Mr. Johnson brought up earlier, and Judge Sarah Elizabeth Garrity. All right, y'all look this stuff up. It's good to know this information. I'm telling you, this is great stuff. When I saw the RICO, I said, man, that's beautiful stuff right there. I don't know who brought that. Y'all attorney put that together. That was that was smart. That was very smart.
That you know, for the things that, you know, that obviously they took pictures of this crime scene, right?
That's right.
You got they want to tell us Kendrick being upside down. All they say the blood goes to the lower part of the body. I say, hey,
no, come on.
I say the blood don't. I say the blood goes to the lower part of his body, that's not his lips.
Right.
That's not his jaw swelled up.
Right. Oh.
The lower part of his body would have been the top of his head.
That's
so
right.
How did his lip get fat?
Right.
How did his jaw get swollen? That's not the lowest part of his body.
That's right. And let me add this, because there was a medical examiner that checked Kendrick's jaw and saw that he was hit in the neck, because he saw all the blood and everything underneath the skin. So he was saying he was hit with a blunt force trauma.
Yeah.
So how did he commit suicide? How did he put himself inside of what are we talking about? But this goes back to what you're saying. They have all this evidence collected, and still their talking points are against the evidence that's saying that he was murdered.
Yeah. And not only that, not only all the bruises on his knuckles, fingernails clipped all the way down to the point they start to bleed, right? Then you got footprints. You got shoe prints on his physical body. They even pull the shirt up and take pictures of these shoe prints. So how did these shoe prints get on his body?
He got shoe prints on his body? I wasn't aware of that.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
You can see them clear as day.
Yeah. This is insane.
That they took pictures of right there on the crime scene and did not note any of that inside of their reports.
This is sick.
They're some of the dumbest criminals I ever seen before in my life.
Man, dumb criminals and some even. I'm starting to think, do these people is it a cover up, or they don't know their job? Like what is this? Like, how ridiculous is this? You know what I mean? I mean, we clearly know it's a cover up, but you as a law enforcement agent or officer, you gonna tell me y'all can't just do your job?
Right.
You can't just do your job, basic. But now what? You got all these forces involved. Everybody in this commune together, and they're going to fight to the end to keep this stuff quiet. But the Lord going to bring it out. Right. I'm telling you, the Lord is going to bring it out. I just want to show this video real quick. Bring up number 10. All right? This is one of the boys that was, listen, he's involved. I mean, these people are involved. We're going to say it. Nobody else can say it, whatever. We're going to say it. This don't make no sense. But hit this right here. This is when the news went to talk. And let me first say this. The news went to speak to them, but originally they weren't allowing the kids, the father and them weren't allowing the kids to speak to anyone. until one of the sons, who's supposedly a football player, he was supposed to go to, I guess, Florida State. When Florida State found out what he was involved in, they pulled a scholarship back. After he got a scholarship taken, that's when the father now started releasing the family to go have conversations, right? So this is one of them right here.
Now, a Channel 2 Action News investigation into the mystery surrounding the death of a Valdosta teenager found in an upright gym mat at school. Two young men at the focus of the Kendrick Johnson controversy have declined to talk to investigators, a grand jury, and an on-camera interview until now. Channel 2 investigative reporter Mark Winnie live outside FBI headquarters in DeKalb County with these exclusive interviews. Mark?
And at last check, this case remained a focus of federal investigation. But we are outside the FBI's Atlanta field office because that is where we're told Agent Rick Bell was assigned, and both his sons are the subject of target letters from a federal prosecutor. And now we hear from them at last.
I'm going to ask my photographer to push in tight on your face.
Okay.
Our viewers can read your expression. Did you have anything to do with the death of Kendrick Johnson?
No. He was like one of my good friends.
Even at the time of his death?
Even at the time of his death.
You know, every word we broadcast of this is going to be scrutinized by the blogosphere, the Twitter sphere, and so on.
Yes, sir. It should be. And I want everybody to know the truth. And I mean, they can ridicule me and they can say whatever they want, but in the end, the truth will prevail. And everybody will find that me and my brother have been innocent and always will be innocent.
We've just heard what family attorneys acknowledge. Sheriff's deputies, the GBI, and a federal grand jury have not heard. Brothers Brian and Brandon Bell answering questions, no holds barred, about the mysterious death of Kendrick Johnson in 2013.
He was the laughter of our house. He was the joy of our house, and he gives us strength to keep fighting.
The Lowndes County Sheriff says after a thorough investigation, his office agrees with the state medical examiner that Johnson's death was an accident due to positional asphyxia, that he wedged himself in a rolled-up gym mat trying to reach a shoe and could not get out. But Kendrick Johnson's mom takes issue with that.
Are you more convinced today than ever that KJ was the victim of foul play?
Yes.
And with some of what the Bells say.
No, they weren't friends.
And in a lawsuit, Johnson's parents allege a group, including the Bell brothers, sons of an FBI agent, violently assaulted their son, leading to his death.
None of the allegations that were made were without research.
But both Bells maintain they have rock-solid alibis.
Did you see Kendrick Johnson?
No, sir, not at any point during that day.
Where were you?
I was in class. First block, second block, third block, and fourth block.
Close to the gym?
Mm-hmm. No.
Did you see Kendrick that day?
No. I did not.
The suit suggests the brothers sought revenge for a brief fight between Brian and Kendrick on a team bus.
A year before, I mean,
what was
we're
that
still
about,
friends.
Anyway?
So I can't even remember. I mean, it was so small to us, like it was ridiculous.
Your brother had a football scholarship offered to FSU.
Yes, sir, he did.
They pulled it back.
On signing day.
So how low did you get?
To the lowest you can go.
Letters from the Macon U.S. Attorney's Office suggest both Bells are targets of grand jury investigation. The letters suggest possible civil rights violations.
My objective
So hey,
is...
we can drop that. I just wanted y'all to see the and there's another part to it as well, right? Where one of the brothers was speaking. But this is my thing. If those are my sons and I'm an FBI agent, I'm coming to talk to you, and I'm gonna say, well, listen, I'm gonna get my people in on this. We about to figure this out.
Yeah.
Because my sons definitely ain't do it, but we're gonna get to the bottom of this thing. Did he ever come and have a conversation with you at all? The Mr. Bell, the father.
No, but let me say this right here. What we just found out through open records request too. You see that he said they had first block together.
Right.
He said he was in first block. He was in first block.
Right.
We just found out through open record request him and Kendrick had first block together, and they was marked, and both of them were marked
present.
Oh, so he didn't see him all day.
Right, but you could tell he was lying when he was talking.
Yeah, you could look at him in his face and tell he was lying.
You see him turn around in the lunchroom. You see Kendrick in the lunchroom. And then we got another photo of him and Kendrick. He walking on one side and Kendrick walking on the other side.
Oh man,
So he lied.
yeah,
Guilty.
yeah. You know, this is going to turn out to be these guys getting locked up when they like 35 years old.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen.
Yep.
Like right now, they moving around. Their time is numbered. It's numbered. It's numbered. There's too much evidence. Somebody's going to come in there and pick that up. I'm telling you, y'all just got to keep pushing. You got to keep pushing.
We're going to keep doing that.
Yep. Somebody going to pick that up. Oh man, y'all got anything?
Man, you
Mr.
could
Johnson?
tell
Go ahead.
them dudes was lying, bro.
That's right.
You could just look at him in his face and be like, "Yeah, you lying, bro."
Yeah.
Look, the evidence is too much evidence for one. For two, your father is an FBI agent. He know what he doing. He probably interrogated them kids himself,
man,
and made sure that they was right and tight for anybody. That's why it took so long for them to let anybody in to talk to him. He was training them on how to keep their face straight. Man, I'm telling you, man, these dudes is out of line.
It's a new thing out now. This student that they knew Kendrick when they was they knew Kendrick. They all of them coming together in school together, and they got this thing called the Students Edition, just for Kendrick Johnson, the Students Edition. And this last guy last week was on there, and he talks about Kendrick. I think they're supposed to release another one Monday of his interview. And he was actually on the bus. And what he said was there, when they got into it, it was nothing.
Right.
Everybody other than him tell the story. They say it was more than nothing. Right. They say because when he grabbed Kendrick, and he grabbed Kendrick in the headlock, they had Kendrick in the headlock some kind of way.
Yeah.
They said Kendrick messed around and got her loose. And they say you couldn't see number Kendrick on top of him, well on him pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And they say Kendrick whooped him so bad on that bus, they moved that guy up to the front of the bus, and they say he was steady cussing and trying to get back there where Kendrick was.
Right.
But the coach wouldn't let him go back there because they say Kendrick whooped him real good that day. And see what it was, longest that kid was in a lot of fights with people on that football team.
Okay.
As long as he was winning, coach wasn't gonna say that.
Okay.
But as soon as he jumped on Kendrick, and Kendrick done what he done to him, that's when the coaches had a problem.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So the coaches had a problem with Kendrick after that.
They had a problem with Kendrick.
Okay.
So that's why, and Kendrick, I always taught my kids, I said, you can get someone straight without cussing, especially an adult.
Right.
I said, you can express, I said, when someone talking to you any kind of way, I said, you can voice your opinion and tell them that they ain't gonna talk to you like that.
Right.
You can stand up. You can stand up for yourself. Don't never bow your head to no one.
That's right.
I said, when a problem arises, I said, you nip that in the bud right then and there. Do not let it go 2, 3, 4 times. No.
Right.
When they come at you wrong and talk to you in a kind of way like you're a nobody, you address that right then.
Right.
And Kendrick was one of the ones that when they coaches cuss about it and do all this stuff to him, Kendrick was the one that would express, nah, you ain't gonna do me like that.
Mm-hmm. Damn.
And Kendrick used to stop them for talking to him in a kind of way, and they didn't like that.
Right. Because once he said, "Oh yeah, we had a fight," I don't even remember what it's about. Right there, you already know that don't make no sense. Yeah. It ain't like he's some 50-year-old man that been through so much he don't remember nothing. That's something that just happened last year. Y'all some little kid. You gonna remember that? Say, yeah, man, he took my lunch. I told him don't do that. And we started fighting. That's what I was expecting to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when you get your ass whooped. You gonna remember every little detail, man.
Hey, they fought in middle school and they fought in high school.
Oh, okay, yeah, it's one of those. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, one of them. Yep.
And he was him and Kendrick, and another thing, him and Kendrick were playing, I think, the same position.
Okay.
Kendrick was 10 times better than him.
Damn.
For sure.
This guy talks about that in their student edition, what they're doing, and this guy talks about it. Mm-hmm. And he talks about talent Kendrick had. He talked about how good Kendrick was. He talked about how happy Kendrick was every day. This guy, every student that you talk to, they say it ain't a day went by that Kendrick didn't have a smile on his face.
And that's important because that goes totally against what they saying. Right. You're not smiling every day and then don't. Well, one group said he committed suicide. Another one said it was an accident. You're not doing no suicide. You're not. Come on. This is
and Kendrick had so much love for that school, man. And Kendrick followed. When I'm home, Kendrick followed me everywhere.
Right.
Kendrick, if I'm going there, Kendrick going. Kendrick can be asleep in the morning time. Kendrick hear me rumbling around, and he hear keys. As I walk by the door, where you going?
Right.
I'm going with you. I mean, everywhere I went, Kendrick went. I taught Kendrick. I just had taught Kendrick how to drive. I taught Kendrick how to drive at a young age. That boy was always happy. He was I ain't never seen him just sad, disappointed because he had everything he wanted.
Right.
He got everything he wanted. And everybody know how good of an athlete he was. Not in just football.
Right.
Kendrick's gonna be one hell of a track star too. These students talks about it. I mean, once kid talked about it, he said, "Man, I'll never forget that day, man. Kendrick was the last leg in the relay. How Kendrick ran this guy down, and Kendrick was behind a pretty good bit when he got baton. Kendrick ran him down and looked at him. He shook his head at him. They talk about all this stuff, man. Kendrick was a hell of an athlete.
Right. Right. So yeah, that causes, amongst young men, that causes a bit of what you call conflict, right? And we all know how it is. We all know we all had them fights and stuff coming up, but this is different. This is some hatred. This is something else. This ain't no regular fight. This is somebody getting jumped, possibly. Yeah. Right? Looked like some guys jumped him, beat him, and then stuffed them in there when things went too. They say, "Oh man, something happened." That's what I'm thinking.
On day one, these students they made a lot of students be quiet and a lot of families be quiet. These students were saying on day one that when they attacked Kendrick, they say Kendrick was beating all of them, and they say one of them hit Kendrick with that stun gun, and that's how they got control of Kendrick. These kids were saying that on the very first day.
Wow, you see that? So I mean, look at all the criminal activity. Even to have a stun gun that's illegal. Yeah. For an average person to walk around with a stun gun like that. So they would have been bringing up charges against a lot of people, the institution, for allowing that person to come in there. It's a lot of liability going on, and nobody want to take any of it.
And if it was just black people, now don't forget they had the parents were in charge too.
Right. That's exactly correct. 100%.
Man. I know Kendrick. I ain't bragging on him because he's my son, but I know Kendrick was some. When Kendrick was small, right?
Right.
Me and Kendrick used to go to my mother's house. My mother used to tell me all the time. Every time we went there, she said, that's a very special child. And she said, he's different. She used to always tell me that about Kendrick. She said, that's a different child. He's different. And I bought Kendrick. He wanted a weight set, right? I bought him some weight set with older folk, grown folks weight sets, some that I live, right? And every time I left and came back, he was stronger than what he was when I left. And I was like, damn. How the fuck get this strong?
You was like, maybe I got to get them weights out of there. He might grab me up.
The last time, I came home and boy, he met me at the door. He said, "Dad," I said, "What?" "I can lift 250 pounds. I said, "Boy, you get out here, get out of my face. You crazy." He said, "Man, I can." And man, he nagged me. He nagged me till I went outside with him. and his older brother and some of his friends was there, right? Kendrick was small at the time.
Right.
I said, ain't know where the hell he gonna lift no 250 pounds. And so his brother and his friend was hanging out in the backyard. And so I put it on there. Shit, let me see this. Literally he was, man. He hit it. Boom, boom. I said, damn. And the brother said, see, that's why I don't wrestle with him right there. Because he lifted all those weights. And that's why I don't fool with it right there. Because I ain't got time for all that.
That's right. That's right.
The boy, he was getting strong. I mean, and I know he would, because me and him used to wrestle. I used to wrestle with him all the time.
Right.
I wrestled, slap box with him, all that stuff.
Right.
And I know he wasn't no joke.
Right. So you saying that they gonna need a few of them guys to go in there and handle them.
They need, how many of those pieces that weapon they had, I knew. I said, I ain't know in the world that one person did this.
Right.
That's before we seen the stun gun march.
Right. Right.
We didn't know about the stun gun march at that time.
Mm-hmm.
When I was saying, ain't no way one person done this.
Right.
Ain't no way. And those kids started saying, hey, he was beating all of them. And one of them tased him, and that's how they got control of him.
This is crazy.
That was it.
This is crazy. I want to show this
But
other.
But we still hadn't seen the stun gun march. We still ain't seen the stun gun march. I said, man, I said, ain't nobody had no stun gun at school until I seen those pictures.
Right. And then you knew somebody got it up in there.
The truth.
Yeah. It might have even been one of them boys. Maybe they got it from their pops.
Yeah. Hell yeah. That's what
You
I
know
was
what I
thinking
mean?
the whole time.
Yeah, because who got a stun gun? It's very difficult to get a stun gun.
Yeah.
You know, you might got an easier time getting guns, especially in Georgia. You could buy guns straight up, you know, like that. Most places you can't do it like that. You go in with, I think in Georgia, you go in with your ID, right?
Yep.
You go in with an ID, you get a gun. I'm from New York. You ain't getting no gun. They don't care about what IDs you got. You ain't getting no guns. You got to get an illegal gun coming from Georgia. You got to have a family member come up and sell you something. Then in California, where we at in California, it's legal. You go, it's a process. You wait your 10 days, so on and so forth. Then you get your gun, right?
Yeah.
But a stun gun, that seemed harder to get than a regular gun. But they might have got it from their father. But I just want to show this right here, number 12. Bring that up because this is the extension to that interview with the sons. I just want to show this part right here. Go ahead, y'all.
Two sons of an FBI agent are describing raids on their residences in recent weeks in connection with an investigation into the death of a Valdosta High School student found rolled up in a gym mat. And their mother says they have not spoken to prosecutors, police, or the grand jury. But now they've talked to Channel 2 investigative reporter Mark Winnie. Mark live in DeKalb County with excerpts from those interviews that are new since 5. Mark.
That's right. We are live outside the Atlanta field office of the FBI. We are told that is where the father of Brian and Brandon Bell was assigned, though he worked out of Valdosta. But it was another federal agency that apparently showed up at his son's residences recently.
This is where they knocked the morning of around 5 a.m. You can see the scuff marks from the shoes as the U.S. Marshals knocked.
I was laying in bed. I got a bang on my door.
Tactical gear?
Yes, sir, to the nth degree.
They were just like, it's about the Kendrick Johnson case, the ongoing Kendrick Johnson investigation.
Brandon Bell says what he and brother Brian Bell woke up to in two different rental places July 21st was worse than a bad dream. Deputy U.S. Marshals serving search warrants in connection with the mysterious death of Kendrick Johnson at Lowndes High School in 2013.
I was just really shocked.
I broke down and cried.
I really had no reason in my head why they would be here.
It just keeps on getting worse.
One might imagine Kendrick Johnson's mom feels like she's in a nightmare that won't end.
Kendrick gives me strength. You know, he was our baby. He was my son.
The Lowndes County Sheriff says after a thorough investigation, his office agrees with the state medical examiner that Johnson's death was an accident due to positional asphyxia, that he wedged himself in a rolled-up gym mat trying to reach a shoe and could not get out.
I would imagine practically every one of your viewers sat scratching their head.
And a lawsuit by Johnson's parents alleges a group including the Bell brothers, sons of an FBI agent, violently assaulted their son, leading to his death.
My only angle is to find justice for my son.
But the Bell civil attorneys, Patrick O'Connor and Bryce Ladson, say the July 21st search warrants sought text messages, emails, and the like relevant to alleged witness tampering and obstruction of justice.
Is it possible you were involved in any witness tampering or obstruction?
No, sir. In no possible way whatsoever.
Have you obstructed justice in any way?
No.
Have you tampered with any witnesses, tried to influence anybody, tried to stop somebody from talking in the Kendrick Johnson investigation?
No.
Where our viewers can look in your eyes, did you have anything to do with the death of Kendrick Johnson?
No, sir. Nor me or my family had anything to do with his death.
Both Bells maintain they have rock-solid alibis.
Where were you?
I was in class.
Videos, pictures, and theories abound online about what happened, some involving school surveillance video. We talked to Brandon Bell about his appearance.
I was changing clothes before I had to leave for the wrestling tournament that we were going to. And I went in there to check my weight the first time. I changed, and then the shirt that was assumed to have blood on it, that they had circled and said blood, it actually said RLX. It's a type of polo.
How's it feel to get your side out?
Great. Because I finally, we've just been sitting here. Not just letting everybody else talk. You know, it's our time to talk.
Now, a March 2013 document in the file suggests an attorney told the sheriff's office that after consulting with the father of Brian and Brandon Bell, he advised them not to make a statement. We are posting extensive raw video at WSBTV.com, and tomorrow on Channel 2 Action News at 5.
We can drop that. Oh, okay. I like that. So this is the footage of when they went to those boys' house. All right? They went there with a whole crew. They're going to tell you why. Hit play.
Video identified as a raid on the home of FBI agent Rick Bell, and what his wife has to say about whether
I'm sorry. That's when they went to the agent's house, their father. So these guys went to the father's house like this. Rick Bell. Go ahead.
Level of force on display was appropriate under the circumstances. Remember, that's tomorrow on Channel 2 Action News at 5. Reporting live outside.
All right, we good on that. We couldn't get the full video on that. But that's when they went to Rick Bell's house. So I don't know if they did that as just a show or that's what they normally do, because they said one law enforcement agency against a guy from another law enforcement agency. That's what they'll do just in case he feel like he want to come out swinging, so to speak, come out shooting. They're ready to go to war. This is what they said. But it could have just been a dog and pony show, you know, just putting on effects, you know. I don't know. You know anything about this, Mr. Johnson, about why they went about doing it like that?
Yeah, on that, the DOJ told me that they had enough. One of the guy working on the case, he said they had enough evidence to lock the father up.
Wow.
He said we got enough evidence. We gonna lock him up. So he said, but it came up from a higher up source that they can't go through with it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the lady who was over the case, by the name of Deborah Sines, she told me they had enough evidence to prove wrongdoing of the father.
Right.
And that's what the father was doing, going around intimidating people.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Even one of the brothers, when we were doing a deposition, right? Their friend who is part of this, his girlfriend, he was going this black girl. And this black girl was telling that he told her that in a text, he told her in a text that he did not have anything to do with killing Kendrick. He just helped roll him up. He said, Brian them killed him. I just helped roll him up.
Oh, man.
And the DOJ had all this in text messages from her and the Bell's boy's friend. They even took her phone. They got her phone, took her phone in evidence that he's saying that they did it.
Man, you can't.
Now, me and you was to do stuff. It ain't no way that me and you I don't give a damn how many lawyers we had. We gonna be able to stop from going before a grand jury.
That's right.
Yeah.
How can they not even go talk to the grand jury? How was it? Well, we ain't gonna talk. Me and you wouldn't have been able to do that.
No, no, you can't, because once them people give you the call, listen, you going, you going or they coming, one of the two.
Yeah.
Period.
What need to be done? The local authorities need to go before a grand jury, testify under oath. The GBI need to go testify under oath. The boys need to go testify on oath. Their fathers need to go testify on oath. And the school superintendents and the school superintendents' daughters, they need to go testify on oath. And everybody else and all the investigators, everybody need to go testify on oath. This ain't never been. They can say anything now, but once they go testify on the oath, all of that changes.
Right. Oh man.
Yeah, we got enough. It's enough evidence, man, for the truth to be proven. You know, we know what it is. We know what it is, you know, but you gotta just keep pushing. You gotta keep pushing, man, because it's there.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do that.
Yeah, like Cap said, maybe you see stuff like this happen years later. You know what I'm saying? These people end up serving justice. You know, so
yeah, it's a lot of students. They starting to talk since they came out with that student editions, Justice for Kendrick Johnson student edition. A lot of people, people that are afraid to talk, they don't start to talk, and you got some people, you know, just about ready to talk. You know, they just want to feel comfortable. Nothing ain't gonna happen to them. You know.
Right. That's right. That's right. Well, you know what? I want to play one more thing. Go back to video number 1, because this is something that we have to do as a people right here. Go back to video number 1 and go at 17 minutes and 30 seconds. All right, because this is during the press conference that we had with y'all, and then Bishop Nathaniel came up and he said a few words, and later on we're gonna go back and see what Bishop Yawasab was saying, because I love his part. But this part right here that Bishop Nathaniel brought out is something that we got to do as a people, because we forget about this. But go ahead, hit that.
That for the record, I defer to Bishop Nathaniel. Can I? Sure. Okay.
Well, again, our condolences to the Johnson family. Like Bishop Yawasab said so eloquently, your son is our son.
Right.
We all have children. We have wives. And we pray for our children every day when they go to school, just to come back home. Y'all are praying people, I know. I'm going to say something. It's going to rattle some feathers. You know how to read? Come here. We need to pray, but we need to pray for the right thing. We all say we believe in Jesus, but Christ told us what to pray for. Read this in Luke chapter 18, start at verse 1.
Luke chapter 18, verse 1. And he spake a parable unto them to this end, that men ought always to pray and not to faint.
So we ought always to pray and never faint giving up prayers. Watch this.
Saying, there was in a city a judge which feared not God.
So in this city, talking about Atlanta right now, Georgia, go ahead.
Which feared not God, neither regarded men. And there was a widow in that city.
The widow represents our people. Our people, the children of Israel in the Bible. That's what the widow represents. Read.
And she came unto him, saying, avenge me of mine adversary.
So she kept asking this man to avenge me of my adversary, my enemy. Enemy and adversary is the same word.
And he would not for a while.
But the guy wouldn't help her for a long while.
But afterward he said within himself, though I fear not God, nor regard man, yet because this widow troubleth me.
Yet because this widow continually prays to me,
I will avenge her.
I will avenge her.
Lest by her continual coming she weary me. And the Lord said,
watch this.
Hear what the unjust judge saith.
So Jesus Christ said, do you hear what the unjust judge saith?
And shall not God avenge his own elect?
And shall not God avenge his own elect?
Which cry day and night.
Which pray day and night.
Unto him.
Unto him.
though he bear long with them, I tell you that he will avenge them speedily.
He will avenge them speedily.
Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on the earth?
Are we praying for vengeance? That's what we've not been doing here in the United States of America. We have not prayed for justice. We have not prayed for vengeance. That is the point. We're praying for peace, love, and prosperity. Jesus Christ said it's time you pray for vengeance. Vengeance on the school system that did this to Kendrick. Vengeance on the court system that did this to Kendrick. Vengeance on the family that did this to Kendrick. It's time we pray for vengeance. I want all y'all to understand that. So I'm going to close it out with that before I go further and get myself in trouble.
Let's go. Hey, we can drop that for now. All right, we're going to come back to this later. But, Mr. Johnson, I kind of wanted to end it on that because that's what we're doing. We praying for vengeance at this point. Justice, vengeance, because it's not in our hands. We're not going to come together and go and run down on them. Yeah. No, we ain't going to do that. We're going to let the Lord do his job. And that scripture is so perfect for this because in that scripture it talks about a judge that don't believe in God, no nothing. But because the woman kept coming to him, meaning us, we gonna keep coming and keep saying, hey, listen, you gotta keep looking into this case. We got more. Somebody gonna say, you know what? Yeah, we gotta do something for this family right now because we did this going on 15 years now. Yeah, we got to do something. Let's get rid of it. Get them boys in here. Get them in the deposition again, put them under oath. Like you said, put them under oath, put this one under oath. It's going to happen. Yeah, for sure. All praises to the Father. It's going to happen. So what can the public do anything to help you out? Do you got any social media, anything you want to put out there for us to
they can go on my wife page.
Okay.
It's a lot going on. I don't handle that part.
All right. We're going to find it. We're going to find it. We're going to put it out there.
It's goes on social media page. You see everything you need to see.
Okay. Excellent. Mr. Johnson, we can't thank you enough for coming on because we know it's rough. We know it's been some years, but that's still like it happened yesterday, to be honest. Yeah. I can't even believe it's 13 years already. Yeah. All praises to the Father, man. We with you on that and you know, the Lord just keep giving you that strength, you know what I'm saying, and keep going. But we here. You know we here. You know what I'm saying? Anything you need, you call us, man. We there. Support.
All right,
you know?
We appreciate you.
All right, thank you. All right. So enjoy the rest of your day. All right.
All right.
Yes,
y'all
sir.
have a good one.
Yes, sir. You as well.
Thank you.
All right. Oh man.
Yeah.
This is amazing stuff, man. You just can't make it up, man. All of this evidence and these people, I don't. Obviously, we've seen worse. We've heard of worse, right? But a lot of times, not in our lifetime, you really see it like this. Yeah. This is something you read about back in the days. You're like, oh man, yeah, they ain't give a damn. But this is now. You heard what they said to him? They said, oh, you not like the other ones. You from around here? Yeah, because we got them all slaved out ever since slavery. They still been the same way. Yep. That's what they was hoping for. That he hit him and his wife just grab a couple of shillings and just walk away. Yeah. Nah, man. This is way bigger than money.
You know what the slaves usually do, Cap? The slaves usually pray for the assaulter. Oh. You know, we want to and we just want to make peace. And then guess what? This brother up there standing on his integrity, he was like, "You not going away."
That's
He's not giving up. Yeah, you shouldn't. You shouldn't give up. You know what I'm saying? And we all sitting up here kind of choked up because even though that was not our immediate family member, we are connected whether you like it or not. What happened to y'all, it happens to us. Right. You know what I'm saying? That was an offense against all of us. Right. The way they trying to play on our us being naive, they insulting all of us. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like we cannot see the obvious. We see the obvious. Justice should be served. Right. But it's not a strange thing. Give me Isaiah 59. Sure. Give me Isaiah 59. We could start at like 8.
All right. While he's getting that, pull up video number 1 again and get at 10 minutes 40 seconds after we go through these scriptures.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 59, verse 8.
Start at 9.
Verse 9. Therefore is judgment far from us.
Judgment is far from us. And we are the people of God. God, He got it all written in the book. It's actually identifying who we are. These things are happening to the children of Israel. Read.
Neither do of justice overtake us.
Justice don't overtake us. Something get wrong to us and the people pay for that. That's not happening with this people. It's not happening with us. Read.
We wait for light. But behold obscurity.
We waiting for light. But behold, obscurity.
Right.
Hiding of evidence.
That's right.
Playing on our us supposed to be naive or whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Obscure. Read on.
For brightness. But we walk in darkness.
Read on.
We grope for the wall like the blind. And we grope as if we had no eyes. We stumble at noonday, as in the night. We are in desolate places as dead men.
Read on.
We roar all like bears.
We roar like bears. That's anger. You see a protest. No justice. No peace. That's the anger. We roaring like bears. Read.
And mourn sore like doves.
And then we mourn sore like doves because we don't get the justice. We always crying. We always sorrowful. Read.
We look for judgment, but there is none. For salvation, but it is far off from us.
All that stuff is far from us, but we get it in the end. So in the meantime, it's our job to unify. Come back to your nationality.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
If you read up a verse or two before that, right, it actually shows you why that we don't get that peace and everything is obscure. Read verse 7 and 8.
Yes, sir. Verse 7. Their feet run to evil.
Why? Because their feet run to evil. Everything is evil about this people. Y'all want to be friends with this people. Y'all want to take these people up under your wings until they turn their back on you.
Right.
Go ahead.
And they make haste to shed innocent blood.
They make haste to shed innocent blood. They run to that thing. They don't wait. They move fast, not slow to move on innocent blood. Come on.
Their thoughts are...
Because remember he said on the bus, Kendrick ended up in blood headlock.
Right.
For no good reason. Then he put tips and fingertips on him.
Right.
And then he got mad. Right. Go ahead.
Their thoughts are thoughts of iniquity.
They said their thoughts are thoughts of iniquity. Watch this.
Wasting and destruction.
Where you at?
The bottom of verse 7.
Okay, go ahead. Keep going.
Wasting and destruction are in their paths.
Come on.
The way of peace they know not.
They don't know the way of peace. Go ahead.
And there is no judgment in their going.
There's no judgment. Nowhere they go. Anywhere they go, it ain't no judgment.
Right.
It's always gonna be tilted to their side.
Yeah, right.
It ain't gonna never be a righteous judgment amongst this people, because they use the law. Exactly. They use everything. They use everything against, and everything that's in their favor is against you. They use the law. Right. Go ahead.
They have made them crooked paths.
Uh-huh.
Whosoever goeth therein shall not know peace.
You see that? Whosoever of us should follow after these people will not have peace. Mm-hmm. We will not have peace if we follow after these people. That's why the scripture says in Proverbs 3:31, envy thou not the oppressor and choose none of his ways. Why? Because if you choose any of his ways, you will not know peace. You will not get no justice. Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Cap.
Oh, man. Hey, what you brought out about the law, give me that frame mischief by law, right? Because what they were doing was making it up as they go along.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They was making it up as they go along. Because how you got evidence showing foul play, but you're saying something else. Right. That means you framed something.
Yeah.
You framed it.
Yep.
And then you brought it forward and said, here, this is what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And they expected everybody to believe them because they look like Jesus. Right. You don't look like Jesus.
Yeah, no, you look like Caesar. Right. For real. Go ahead, read that thing, bro.
The book of Psalms, chapter 94, verse 20. Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee?
Right.
Which frameth mischief by law?
Right. Come on now. We can't have any type of fellowship with these people. Right. Because they framing their mischief by a law. Their sin, their murder. They're now saying, oh, no, it's not that. It's this. Oh, no. His shoe fell in there, and then he went after it, and that's what happened. It was bloody. How does shoe get bloody if he just went after his shoe?
Right. Yeah.
Nothing makes sense, but they don't care.
Yeah.
But they don't care because you're supposed to be dumb, right? Now we got to go to Wisdom of Solomon too. Yes, I keep telling you, bro, this is one of the greatest scriptures of all time.
Yeah.
Wisdom of Solomon 2. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you where to start.
Yes, sir.
Hold on. right here, because this goes, start at 10, because this goes into what Mr. Johnson was saying when they asked him, where you from?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You from around here? Why? Because this is what they used to doing. Go ahead.
Wisdom of Solomon 2 verse 10. Let us oppress the poor righteous man.
Right. Let us oppress the poor righteous man. Go ahead.
Let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the age.
And what's good about this right here, let us not spare the widow. Because remember, in Luke 18, the widow, right? She kept going and fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting. Right. Because she was the oppressed, representing what? Israel. See, the Lord got precept upon precept, but you can't get away from this thing, right? And what? They said, let us oppress the poor righteous teacher, but she kept saying, no, avenge me, avenge me, avenge me. All right, go ahead.
Let our strength be the law of justice.
Let our strength be the law of justice, right? That's their strength, framing mischief by a law. Okay, go ahead.
For that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth.
That widow in Luke 18 is found to be nothing. But what? The Lord said, I'm hearing you. Right? Go to Luke 18 real quick. Go to Luke 18 real quick.
Yes, sir. Start at verse 1?
No. Start at verse 5.
Yes, sir. Luke chapter 18, verse 5. Yet because this widow troubleth me, I will avenge her.
See that? That widow, that's us. Because we're going to keep the trouble. The Lord is going to make it happen. He's going to stir up one of them and say, hey, you know what? Go take a look at that. Go get them bellboys. Go get them bellboys, the pops, everybody. And them ones who wasn't talking before, put some pressure on them. Right. Yeah, they got a different life now. They got kids and all that. You know what I mean? Go threaten something. That's what they're going to do. And they're going to give it up. See, it's different before. They were young. Maybe the father had some power over those parents or something. Yeah. But now something going to get loose. Yeah. Somebody going to say something. And guess what? Go ahead.
Lest by her continual coming she weary me.
Right, because they're going to get tired of dealing with it. Mr. Bell, the agent, maybe he pissed somebody off. Right. The Lord going to create something. Yeah. And then when he does that, they're going to say, wait a minute. Ain't this the guy with the two sons? Hey, stir that up. Y'all know Esau is a hateful dude. Yeah, they play dirty. Yeah, very hateful individual. Very. Against his own as well when he ready. And they're going to turn it up. Right. Read that thing.
Verse 6. And the Lord said, hear what the unjust judge saith. And shall not God avenge his own elect?
Shall not God avenge his own elect? Go ahead.
Which cry day and night unto him, though he bear long with them.
And that's why Bishop said, I know y'all some praying people, right? Whoever's out there, even if they wasn't a praying people, they probably say, wait a minute, maybe I got to start praying. You know what I mean? That was the words to activate brothers and sisters to start the prayer for this. To do what? Pray for vengeance. Yeah. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 8. I tell you that he will avenge them speedily.
Right. It didn't just say justice. It said avenge. Because something was done and now revenge has to take place. See, y'all don't understand something. The Lord is about revenge. He's about it. Not you, though. Not for you to go get revenge. No. The Lord said, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. Right. You just wait on the Lord. That's what we're going to do with the Kendrick Johnson family, right? But waiting don't mean we just sit here like this. That means some action is in place. Yeah. Constantly getting more information, more evidence, right? Putting more people onto what's going on. Putting it like we have the Johnson family here on the show. We showing a press conference, putting it on our all our pages and things like that. Y'all out there who's not part of our organization, y'all put it out there as well. We can't forget none of this. Yeah. Go ahead, read.
Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on earth?
Right. Because when he does come to do that vengeance now, are you going to be found faithful? Right? Or praise, you got something?
Yeah, I like Habakkuk 1 and 4.
Okay.
Habakkuk 1 and 4. I'll read this quick, and then 1 Corinthians 12. I'll read them two quick.
Yes, sir. The book of Habakkuk, chapter 1, verse 4. Therefore, the law is slack.
That same law that they frame mischief by is slack. It's not working as it's designed, read.
And judgment do never go forth.
True judgment never goes forth, but God is a just God. What does it mean God is a just God? I mean, guess what? Justice. Even though you may not see it, they gonna get the issue.
Right.
Read on.
For the wicked do compass about the righteous. Therefore, wrong judgment proceedeth.
Wrong judgment is always proceeding. Oh, that was a suicide. Oh, he did that to himself. An animal did that.
Right.
It's the same people. And we're so upset because of 1 Corinthians 12. 1 Corinthians 12 and 25. So whether you know you an Israelite or not, you're going to know it at some point. You're going to know it because things like this are going to continue to happen. That's going to point you to the prophecies in this Bible.
That's right.
Until you know it, we're going to read you these things, all right? Watch this.
1 Corinthians 12:25 says?
Yeah.
1 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 25.
Uh-huh.
That there should be no schism in the body.
There should be no division in our body, in our nation, who we are. We are the Israelites. There should be no division. Read on.
But that the members should have the same care one for another.
Guess what? We shouldn't be comfortable around the other nations. We should have care for another, watching each other's back. You know what I'm saying? There should have been people with Kendrick there. Right. You know what I'm saying? Read on.
And whether one member suffer, all the members suffer with it.
When you suffer, we suffer. When they do that to your son, they did that to my son.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When they insult your intelligence, they insult my intelligence because we are the same people. Read.
Or one member be honored, and all the members rejoice with it. Now ye are the body of Christ,
right?
And members in particular.
So guess what? We supposed to form unity, actually care for one another. That's what we doing while we waiting for justice. We're not just sitting there waiting.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The solution is gather together, O nation not desired. Prefer one another. You know what I'm saying? Never trust your enemy. Watch each other's back. You know, something happened to you, it gotta happen to me.
Right.
And when we think like that as a people, we gonna prosper.
Yeah.
And we continue to pray for one another. Guess what? Them prayers go up to the Most High, vengeance comes.
And guess what? They won't even try to pull no moves like that.
Right.
Yeah,
They know we're a unit.
They couldn't pull no moves like that.
Right.
There was a time where you wouldn't be able to. You couldn't turn a black kid against another black kid.
That's right.
Not for no white kid.
That's right.
You know, and that's what we got to get back to. That's why the scriptures say they use crafty counsel.
Right.
That's why they had to get rid of segregation because they knew.
Yep.
We would all stay together.
Yep.
So in that crafty counsel, get rid of it so they could destroy each other.
Exactly.
Yep.
Like these people know what they doing, bro. They masters of war, bro.
Masters.
They're masters at it, bro.
And not the fighting part though. It's the psychological deception part of war that they good at. They raw at that.
Yeah, they raw at that. The weaponry, because when it comes to physical combat, they not there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Hey, y'all, bring up that number one video because I want to show what Bishop Yawasop started off with because it was excellent, right? So I can't say nothing else because the way Bishop is bringing it out right here, it reminds you as if we was back in the 60s or something like that. The way he was bringing it was excellent. You know what I'm saying? It was eloquent. It was just well put together. Go ahead, play that thing.
I'm Captain Zakai of Israel United in Christ, and we met the Johnsons 2 weeks ago in Valdosta, Georgia. And Bishop Yawasop of Israel United in Christ made a vow that we would not turn our back on y'all, and we're showing that today. All right, when you touch one of us, you touch us all. All right. So now I want to introduce the bishops of Israel United in Christ, Bishop Nathaniel and Bishop Yawasop.
Well, all praise to the Most High. The Lord has given us the spirit and the courage to come out and stand with our families, to stand with our brothers and sisters in the community. And the reason why this is done is because it needs to be proclaimed to the planet Earth of the example that the rest of our people in these communities need to see. When they see us come and support these efforts of seeing the tragedies that has happened to our people, you have to really, first of all, you have to think about the evil that was done and the endurance of the parents to go through such an ordeal. I think of Mamie Till with Emmett Till that was murdered. I think of Rasheem Carter with Tiffany Carter, his mother, that had to endure those kinds of injustices, and as well as this new case, and there's even further cases which will continue to happen if we ourselves as a community, as a people, do not learn how to organize and come together. When I say come together, I'm talking about in terms of what the Bible says. The Bible in Zephaniah 2:1. Can I get that?
Yeah.
Read, come on. Yeah, this is now what we're about to read. This right here pertains to us, and we have to understand that. And the reason why this is important is because we need to understand who we are and why these things are happening the way they're happening. Zephaniah 2:1.
Gather yourselves together, yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
The point to bring out there is that we are a nation that's not desired. Once you understand that you are not desired, then you can begin to understand the reason why we get the disrespect that we get. To tell a parent that your child just died of mysterious circumstances, to even go back to the regime Carter, where his head is cut off, the top of his head is cut off, to when you go to Emmett Till, when they deal with that madness that happened there, it's a complete disrespect for those that love their children. And the reason why I make that point is because we have to understand that what happens to the Johnson family, what happens to the Carter family, what happens to the Till family, we feel that. We feel that. And until you all learn that, this will continue to happen. You have to come together like the Bible says. That's the problem. When we make up our minds and come together like that Bible says, if you really want change, the Lord is against these holidays. I say this at every event that I come to. Bishop Nathaniel, as our head bishop, he taught us how to go inside this Bible and show us how to bring these scriptures out to our people. The Lord is against us making him upset, making him mad by turning our back on his commandments, and these things continue to happen. If we would just do what he said, listen, do not follow the ways of the nations in terms of these holidays. Christmas is not a holiday of God. Thanksgiving is not a holiday of God. Let me just use those two for an example, because there's many of them. If you just use those two to demonstrate your solidarity, because we are the people that is not desired, the Bible says come together in unity to keep God's laws. God's laws are in the Bible. Follow those laws. When we do that and follow the ways of the Lord that said, do not follow Christmas. Christmas doesn't have anything to do with Christ. Thanksgiving has nothing to do with God and Christ and Thanksgiving. That's got nothing to do with the Bible. And the Lord don't want us involved in that thing. So when we come out of that and not be giving our hard work dollars to these holidays, then people will say, you know what, these people are serious. But like I've said before, we'll come out to rallies, we'll be here upset, rah, and all of that, and a few days later we'll forget about this and go right back to the same madness. And then you get another situation like Sonia Massey, and many more will continue. So when is it going to stop? Like my brothers were saying back here, when is it going to stop? It stops when you decide. It stops when you decide. When you say, what happened to him happened to me. That's when it stops. But as long as you have this me, myself, and I stuff, and let your brothers get slaughtered, and you let your brothers get mutilated and all of that, and you say, well, it has not come to me yet, it will continue. You can knock off 10 million people if you take them out one by one. And that's exactly what's happening. When are you going to stand up? When are you going to come together and do what this Bible says? I want to say this here. To the Johnson family, Mr. Kenneth Johnson, Miss Jacqueline Johnson, and the Johnson family, I admire your courage. It took a lot, and the attorney that's representing them. It takes a lot to stand against all of the lies, to stand against all of the doubt, all of the, no, your son did this, your son that. And you have to go and stand up and still push the push for justice every year. I think about that. Every year you have to come out and try to get people to understand what happened to my son, what happened to my family. Every year you have to do that. And it takes, and with no support, that takes courage. That takes courage. So I commend you, like I said before. I commend you. And I don't ever let up. But we're not letting up. I told you that in Valdosta, we're not letting up. Because your son is my son. Your people are my people. And until we realize that, this will continue to happen. So I want to just say that for the record. I defer to Bishop Nathaniel.
All praises. We good on that, y'all. I just wanted to get that one out there. You know what I'm saying? You know how Bishop Yawasab get passionate. You know, I wanted to have him on the show, but the way we felt, you know, we couldn't do it. He's moving and shaking right now, so we couldn't do it. But it would have been beautiful, you know, to have him on there. But Lord willing, next time we'll have something, you know, hooked up. Now, we're gonna jump off real quick and get into something, right? So, y'all know about the all 4 of those young men that got sentenced this week for killing
Julio,
the kid Julio Fulio.
Yeah.
Right. So we're gonna play a little bit of this, right? Go ahead, play that thing. Number 13. I'm sorry, y'all. I ain't even give y'all a number 13. We're gonna get into this. This is important because all of this murdering and killing y'all doing. It's only a couple ways out, and this is the one way you don't want no part of. The other way is death. Maybe that might be better than this. At least, well, I'm gonna just say these guys here, they could repent in there. You know, hopefully they could. Hopefully the Lord could allow them to repent. But I'm gonna just let y'all know right now they got life in prison. But I want y'all to see this. But go ahead, hit play.
Based on Mr. Gathwright's age, physical abilities, things like that, do you think that the prison would benefit from him in a work capacity if he were sentenced to life without parole?
I say yes. With my experience, not only just in classification, but as former warden and even as a jail administrator, he's someone that's young, he's healthy. In reality, we need that labor, we need that sweat equity, and we will put him out.
Oh my God.
Where was this energy for the white boys?
My God. Yo, listen, for real. I want y'all to see they're now discussing slavery in his face.
Man.
They said, because in reality, them 4 dudes were supposed to get the death penalty.
Immediately.
Right? That's what they give out down there in Florida. They don't be playing around. They give you the death penalty. They throw that at you like Skittles. Like, yo, here you go. Death penalty. They said, and look how she put it out there. Bring it back a little. I want y'all to see. She said, do you think due to his age he would benefit the jail system? They want him to fully understand what he's walking into. And not only him, but the rest of y'all young guys out there that's into this gang banging and busting your gun every 5 minutes when ain't even nothing happened. They killed this kid for nothing. Don't get me wrong. Julio Fulio was full of BS. Right, what he's doing, dancing on graves and talking about the other guys that got murdered and stuff like that. This is disrespectful, disgusting. Right, it's uncouth. Right, yeah, it's uncouth.
Come on now, dog.
Yeah, because even way back when there was gangs, way before these guys was born, nobody was doing nothing like that.
Right. Nope.
And them guys were way tougher than these guys.
Yeah, 100%.
And they wasn't doing nothing like that. It had to be some level of respect, some kind of honor. Now, it's no honor, no respect, no nothing, right? Y'all go down there, y'all kill the dude. This one making rap videos on grave sites and talking about the dead after they dead and this and that. They got upset, rolled down there, murdered him. Now he's getting life in prison, but they want you to know that all your youth, that you could have been in there getting married, learning the laws of God, pushing this truth, building your people up. I'm going back to the wife thing now because let's say they're young. Let's say they had a girl or two. That ain't nothing compared to a wife, long-term relationship, children, grandchildren. You get none of that.
The best he could do is sweat equity.
They said sweat equity, meaning they're going to use your young body up. You're going to be making license plates. You're going to be making furniture. All this furniture out here selling for thousands of dollars. Y'all going to be building it for 20 cents an hour.
Damn.
This is what's waiting for brothers and sisters when y'all want to play these games, man. And I like the way Esau was doing it right here because we need to record this and play this at those conferences where youth are being taught to not fight each other.
Right.
This needs to be played.
For real. Look at his face.
Yeah, start that thing again from the beginning, man.
Based on Mr. Gathwright's age, physical abilities, things like that, do you think that the prison would benefit from him in a work capacity if he were sentenced to life without parole?
I say yes. With my experience, not only just in classification, but as former warden and even as a jail administrator, he's someone that's young, he's healthy. In reality, we need that labor, we need that sweat equity, and we will put him out there to work because we do have an aging prison population, jail administration, we have that. So we put these young individuals to work and get some sweat equity out of them since they are young and actually can do the work.
Wow. Hey, listen, I heard they still picking cotton down there.
Damn.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Florida, I know, does it. What's the other spot in Louisiana, Texas? They still picking cotton. So you ran around out here grabbing your weapons and all of that. And y'all, listen, these guys were on camera putting the guns in the car, driving to the spot, getting out of the car, killing, getting back in the car, put the guns back to the house, get rid of the guns, wash the car down. All of this is recorded on different cameras all over the place. Jeez. Why do you believe that you're going to get away with these things? I don't understand it.
Man.
Everybody who was doing crime back in the 80s and all that, they look at today like, damn, I would just go to school. I would not sell drugs.
For real.
I would not be doing anything because you can't get away with it. But for some reason, you dummies with all of this technology have not come to the basic conclusion that you're going to jail. You're on the line to go into jail. That's it. You standing on line with a ticket. Is my number called yet?
Number 38?
Yeah, tomorrow, nigga.
B38.
Right. Right. And you up in there. Sweat equity. We will look how he say we will put him to work. They're drilling that into him. And not only him, but everybody else who's watching. They want him to feel every bit of what they're given. Because guess what? They don't like the fact that they're murderers, man. Trust me. Although they're using they body for labor, they do have something against. These guys murder for nothing. This is cold blood. This is cold blood. Hit play.
And we talk about life without parole and death row, but for our jurors' education, in Florida, what does a life sentence without parole mean?
Oh, my God.
A life sentence in the Florida Department of Corrections means from the minute they're brought in, they're assigned an inmate number. He will be assigned an inmate number, and when he dies and leaves in a body bag, he will still have that inmate number.
Hit pause.
Inmate.
You think they doing this just to? You think they don't know what goes on in the system? They're doing this for them. They want to drive this into their spirit, man.
Yeah.
And they want the family to feel it. They want everybody involved, whoever want to act like this, they want them to watch this, see it, and feel it. And all praises to the Lord. I'm sorry to say that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to say that. Because we know that sometimes something may happen. You have to defend yourself. You may have to knock something down. Hope I don't sound too street. It's what it is. It's what it is, right? You may have to do that, but wait for that defense time. Don't go out. Oh, I'm mad. This one did this to me. I'm gonna go blow his head off. Oh, okay. Yeah, you could do that. But then it's this.
Yeah.
You go in as a number. You go out as a number. You see what he said? And when he's in a body bag, he's still gonna be a number to us. We're not calling him Mr. Gathright. What was his name? Gathright?
Something like that.
We're not calling him that. We calling him ABCDE 1 2 3.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be his number when he get the hell up out of here.
Yep. I like that they showing this because the music videos and the movies are showing you glory when you go to prison. You get a party when you come out of prison.
Right.
You got a good name with the neighborhood when you come out of prison.
Right.
They do not show the old man that cannot walk anymore.
Right.
That went to prison when he was 18.
Right.
In hospice.
Right.
In the prison. They don't show you that.
No.
Right.
This is what they're trying to show you right here. They're trying to let you know, not only him, but anybody watching this case. Because like you said, Cap, they know what life in prison means.
Of course.
But can you explain it to the jury exactly what it is?
Right.
Yeah, for you and all the other Negroes like you, when you go to prison, you're going to get a number, and when you die, you're going to have that number. You ain't never getting out of here.
Right.
And while you young, all that youth that you wasted, I'm going to work your ass to death.
That's right.
That's for every little YN out there that want to bust your gun because you don't have no conflict resolution, because you don't know how to talk to a man, because you don't know how to solve a problem.
Right.
That could be you. And look at his face. He has no remorse for you.
None. He feels nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. You know, they supposed to be some type of rappers, not the guys who was killing. They part of the gang, whatever. But this Julio Fulio guy, right? Some type of rapper. See, what people don't understand, rap was started by gang culture, right? Up in New York, there was gangs. They stopped the gangs, and because they started rapping, they said, "Oh, this is kind of dope. We'll do this, break dancing and all this," and we start battling each other. That's how all that started, to get away from it, not to go into it. You don't start rapping and making money to then become a gangster. What? You're not a gangster though, because you're not really that. If you were that, you'd be that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not doing that and then saying, okay, I'm going to be a rapper and still be a gangster. There's been guys who've been basketball players, excellent basketball players, got drafted to the NBA and said, you know what, I'm making so much bread selling drugs, I'm not going to play basketball. See, they made a choice. They didn't play basketball and still stop. Just stop it. Y'all got to stop with this foolishness. This is why this man is speaking the way he's speaking. Because y'all think it's a game. It's really not. Since when you going around killing is a game? And when I say a game, yeah, when guys is in it, I'm not talking about the game. I'm talking about they understand the reality of it. They're not going to get sentenced and then start crying in the damn courtroom. They already knew what it was. Yeah. Now, inside they might cry in the jail and go cry on your pillow. That's regular. No, that's regular. Everybody do that. You're going to go in there, you're going to cry.
Yeah.
Damn, why do that in there? But all these guys was they looking like they trying to figure out how they got locked up. What? Life? What?
Yeah.
How stupid are you? Yo, hit play, man.
Serving life, will never ever get out. There is no parole in the state of Florida, and they're not ever allowed outside the razor wire and the fence of a secured facility.
Look at that. Look at that. Look. Look. Look.
So the only way that an inmate serving life without parole would leave is when they die by natural causes. Based on Mr.
Yeah. And the reason they did that because they saying, okay, you fought hard to not get the death penalty, but we're gonna tell you what you are getting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yo, this is something that we got to keep this clip, and we're gonna be playing this.
Yeah.
We're gonna be playing this to a lot of youngsters, man. This is very, very important. I remember Jadakiss said something a long time ago. He said, "Yo, y'all watch Scarface, but for some reason y'all don't remember the end of the movie."
Right. For real. For real.
Nobody cares about the end of the movie. Because I love Scarface, and the end of the movie just meant I got to watch it again. I ain't never think like, damn, man, that's messed up. You just like, yo, that was the man.
Yeah.
You see how Hollywood will play. I'm telling you, this is insane. But that part, we just had to bring that out. But let's bring something else out.
Bring it out.
Because that's important with the way what they said. They said you about to go to work. Damn, hold on. We don't have the other thing. Wait, hold on one second. Let me see if I can find it. Y'all can talk in the meantime.
Yeah. They got another video of these guys, and they got like all four of them, and back to back to back. They countenance dropping when they hear life, when they hear life, when they hear life. She said you're gonna be in there until you die of natural causes. But guess what? In prison, that's not the only way you die. Somebody can kill you. You can get everybody got a knife in there.
Right.
And you was tough with a gun outside.
Right.
You got to get into physical knife fight conflict now.
Yeah.
This guy, you not in too great shape. These guys ain't been lifting weights. These them skinny, hyphy YNs that they ain't did no exercise or nothing. You going in there with gorillas, with knives.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the rules is different.
Yeah.
You know, so guess what? Not only is you gonna get sweat equity, but welcome to hell on earth.
Yep.
To where you're gonna have to adjust now. You not the life you thought you had, and I heard that guy was from a middle class family.
Oh, that same one right there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, had all the opportunity in life.
Yeah.
But couldn't control his emotions.
Right.
You know, and now it's nothing we could do, nothing your family can do. You in there.
Yeah, you in there. So you better get your program up.
Yep.
You're gonna have to hit them weights. You're gonna have to get yourself together.
Yep.
Because the knuckle game is coming. You know what I'm saying? I remember back in the days, guys used to go in, you know, stuff was happening. And they'd be talking about all the gunmen in there that were just suckers. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They was beating their ass left, right, and center.
Yeah.
All the gunmen. Very few gunmen had a knuckle game and was really ready to fight up in there. It just wasn't, you know,
Right.
they might have put that together later on. But when Cat seen them, they was like, oh, they go home. Oh, nothing. Because he ain't got his gun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
They know who he is. They
right.
know who he is before
right.
he picked the gun up.
That's right.
They knew you wasn't that type of guy when you came and when you hit the door.
Right.
You know, they like, oh yeah, he here. We about to beat his ass up, down, left, right, A, B. They gonna put the cheat code on you. For real. They gonna put the cheat code on you, bro.
The cheat code is crazy. Yeah, that's a good one. The cheat code. That's how you're gonna be getting toe up in there. And that's just the easy part of it. You got to actually live in there.
Yeah.
You got to actually recognize that you got no. Well, maybe they could get married and they get some conjugal visits. You know, it's different ways they could go about, but it ain't the same.
It's not.
Clearly.
It's not the same.
Listen, hey, play video number 16.
You get married like that, then you start getting oppressed by Rasputia.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Can't find her. You call and she ain't there. You mad as hell. Where you was at? Shut up. Yeah, play that thing.
The labor system that took shape in the late 19th century developed coercive means to ensure that cotton remained king. It was called convict leasing. Get arrested on a minor charge or a trumped-up charge, you could find yourself locked up and then hired out to a corporation bidding on inmate labor. The pipeline from prisons to profits in this country has deep roots.
The aftermath of slavery was in some ways worse than slavery itself. Unlike before, when someone who owned you, driving you too hard was counterproductive because you would lose your investment. Convict leasing was different. You could get them cheaper, and if you actually drove them to death, there was more where that came from.
Damn.
In the 13th Amendment, which ends the institution of slavery, of course, there is a loophole. Convicts who have been convicted of a crime, they actually can be forced to work for free.
In Alabama in 1850, 99%.
Hold on. Hey, scroll back a little bit. That popped up real fast. We can't let nothing go by. Just want y'all to see something. What you could have been locked up for and get that free and become free labor. Look at that. Hit pause.
Oh, yeah.
All right, look at that. Look.
Remove the thing at the top left. Yeah.
Okay. If you were unemployed,
you go to jail. Kirk, go to jail. If
Yeah.
you unemployed.
Association with unemployed persons.
So you can't even be in contact with him.
Yeah. Wait a minute. That's your homeboy? He has not worked in a day. You get in here too.
You see what it say about preaching the gospel right there?
Oh, hold on. We gonna get there. Breaking a labor contract. That's anything.
Yeah.
Right. Disorderly conduct. They just don't like the way
That's
you sing.
anything,
Right.
yeah.
You had a couple of sips. You having a good time. They bring you up in there. Misspending one. So if you misspend your own bread, they throwing you in jail. Intermarriage between the races.
All they gotta do is believe that you misspending it. You could
Right.
buy a candy bar and you misuse that nickel.
This is called framing mischief by law.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yep.
Right.
Hell yeah.
Idleness. Right. All this is gray area stuff.
Yeah.
Enticing someone to desert their service, trespassing, malicious mischief, cruel treatment of animals, seditious speeches. That's like us saying Christ is black. What? Jail. Insulting gestures. Look at that. Preaching the gospel without a license.
Damn.
Come on. Insurrection. Yep. Land ownership. What? Possession of weapon or firearm. Unlawful games. Unlawful plays. Begging and pilfering.
The
right?
pill.
So there you go, y'all. Those things at that time, you was going to go in there and become free labor. Go ahead, hit play.
In Alabama in 1850, 99% of the people who were incarcerated were white. In Alabama by the 1880s, 85% of the people incarcerated were black.
Stop. I thought black people were the convicts of the earth. It lets you know that we go into jail now more because of this.
Right.
See, before it was a white man doing all of the madness. The whole jails was filled with white people. Black people was just on our own and surviving. Once they put that together, they said, what? Convict leasing? Hey, switch that up. Let's frame mischief by law.
Yep. And at this time, all a person would have to do was say that they did it, bro.
That's right.
Yeah.
No evidence.
Yep.
No evidence. They could just be accused of being posted up at the stove, being idle.
Yep.
That's right.
Yep.
And the police is coming to get them.
Shout out to the brothers with the hats tilted to the side at all times.
Oh, yeah. Flavor camp.
They don't give a damn. In the streets, hat to the side. Inside, hats to the side. Hit the ball!
Shout out to the brothers that got their hats tilted to the side at all times.
That's right. When we look at the Moors back in the days, the old pictures of the Moors back in the 1400s, 1500s, and all that, hats to the side.
Yeah.
It's a spirit on
That's our spirit, man. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Good play.
So we could have a debate about how many of those black people were actually innocent,
right?
Or we could have a conversation about the use of the criminal justice system to target both the innocent and the guilty alike.
See?
Mm-hmm.
That continues all the way to the present, where even today, about just under 40% of the nation's prisoners are black, and yet the African-American population's about 13%.
Right.
They are snatching up bodies everywhere to fuel this system.
$3 billion in revenue. Hit pause, y'all. In 2010, the nation's two largest private prison companies imprisoned more than 120,000 people and took in nearly $3 billion in revenue. That's called slave labor, y'all.
Yeah.
It's still happening. That's why the Lord said what? That rulers are not a terror to good works. Correct? Am I saying that right?
That's what it say. You said it right.
So yeah, y'all, we gotta get on the right side of things, man. Y'all got to keep these commandments, man. Keep these commandments. Learn how to love your neighbor as you love yourself. Then you don't wind up being in front of them people talking about you're gonna be in here forever as a number. When you got that, when you have those scriptures in you, you're not looking to kill a Julio Fulio. Julio Fulio just make you mad. That's it. You be like, yo, Julio, you a real Fulio, bro.
Right.
I feel like slapping the hell out of you when I see you. You know what I mean? Because he just look like a clown.
Yeah.
He looked like somebody that they should have pulled somebody should have pulled him to the side. But that's the problem, right? We not in tune no more.
Yeah.
A grown man should have pulled him and said, hey, bro, you out of control. Don't ever do nothing like that no more, man. Don't do that. You got people that's very upset. That's people, family members, man. You can't behave like that. Maybe they would have got through to him. Maybe he would have stopped doing it. He'd be alive.
Yeah,
right?
100%.
But this is how we got to be in step with each other, but gather ourselves together, you know? Hit play.
The idea in which more money can be made out of their incarceration is still very much part of our criminal justice system.
Yeah. All praises. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's crazy. We saw that this week, man. We was like, damn, man. I mean, we could have took that could be a show on its own, you know. Sure. Maybe we'll touch it up a little bit later, you know, in a few weeks or so. But that was sick when you saw it. It just, and you feel for brothers, but then at the same time you're like, hey, you know what I mean? It is what it is. Like, y'all can't just be running around killing. Like, you just can't be doing that. You know what I'm saying?
That persecutor was smiling like I got you.
Right.
I got both of y'all. Yeah, I got one dead, and I got y'all sweat equity. You know, that's what the whole system is created for, is get y'all.
Right.
Young YNs, y'all to target. Don't be stupid.
100%. Yeah, I think that's it. That's it for the week. You know what I mean? For this week, all praises to the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Johnson family, Mr. Kendrick Johnson, in particular, for coming on and spending time with us. And dealing with this matter, because it's hard every day. Like he said, he got to deal with this every day.
Right.
You know, so it's difficult. And we with you, bro. You know, we're going to keep them prayers going, you know, and Lord's will, the Most High come through and bring that vengeance right now so we can see it, you know, on these people, you know. All right, hey, we can't forget, hey, the Booster Club. All right, the Booster Club, Isaiah 11:11 Project, sending that bread. All right. We got to go all over the universe, y'all. Y'all know what it is. Soon we got to go in outer space to get the 12 tribes. We all over the world. We got to get them. All right, but we need y'all help. We can't do nothing without y'all help. All them videos you seeing with us all over the world, India, Solomon Islands, Africa, what I'm missing out, Europe, South America. Can't forget about that. Central America, right? That's all because of y'all giving forth and putting forth y'all donations, all right? So please don't stop. It really helps. Y'all putting in y'all brick. It's as if y'all was over there yourselves, right? So just keep pushing that, all right? Just keep, give as much as you can, which interpreted means everything. Give us everything you got. All right, y'all, all praise to the Lord. The Isaiah 11:11 Project, all right? The Booster Club right there, all right? All right, save a couple of dollars. If y'all ain't hit us on the Snapchat, hit us with a couple of dollars at the Nehemiah Squad.
Snapchat to Super Chat.
Yo, why I keep saying Snapchat?
That's the old thing.
Yo, that's crazy. That's from watching them damn crime shows. Somebody always got a Snapchat.
Yeah.
And get caught on the Snapchat. For real. All right, y'all. Super Chat. All right. There go our PayPal QR code. Hit that thing. iuic.norcal@israelunite.org. All right.
And if you didn't hear us give y'all no shout outs, don't feel no type of way.
Right.
Just put it there in the Super Chat.
Yeah,
We love
yeah.
you.
We're gonna catch y'all the following week. Right? Couldn't stop to in a situation with, we was in with good Kenneth Johnson. It's impossible. All right. Go ahead. All right. Damn. See, listen, man. We hired back our broadcast team. They got hired again this morning. Yeah. But we may have to fire the thumbnail team.
Yeah.
They may have to get fired because all they doing is creating thumbnails for the week, and then the next week we don't get nothing. They used to always have us ready for the next week.
Ready, locked and loaded.
Yeah.
But guess what? They getting fired, chat.
Yeah, they getting fired. So Super Chat, just keep blessing us. We got to hire some new people. But next week, damn, what's this week? Damn, I know we got somebody. We may have somebody coming. I can't remember. But hey, make sure y'all here Monday. All right, we had a lot going on this weekend, so please don't kill me for not remembering what we got going on next week. But make sure y'all here Monday, 8:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We're gonna have a banging show for you. All right, so all praises to the Lord. Hey, Officer Shem, take us out.
Yo, you know what to do?
Yes, sir.
Tell me you know what to do.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's go.
The book of Nehemiah, chapter 13, verse 21. Then I testified against them and said unto them, why lie ye about the wall?
Yep.
If ye do so again, I will lay hands on you.
Let me get a good look at y'all.
Wait a minute. I'm
Wait
sorry.
I can't lay hands on you.
Yeah, hold on. Hold on. Tuck your fist back in. We forgot to put up the Facebook. Please put that up for the Johnson family. All right. Anybody want to get in contact with them? Help support. We about to put this up. We found it. All right. Come on.
They just had it and then it just went away.
Now they want to log back in.
Yeah, now
get some convicts back there.
Yeah. Oh man,
some sweat equity.
Sweat equity. Oh,
he said get some convicts.
Yo, that's
back
crazy.
There. What the hell?
That's crazy. All right, so listen, y'all. So this Jackie KJ Johnson, is that the that's the handle? All right, so that's Jackie KJ Johnson. Okay, so this is Kendrick Johnson's mom. All right, and this is how you can meet. This is how you can link up with them on Facebook. All right, so if anybody want to know, oh, okay, and we'll also put their information in the description box of this video. All right, but this is how y'all can get up in there, help her out. Maybe she needs things from time to time, whatever. Y'all want to keep up on the case and all that, and I think that's what we all should do. Keep our eyes on what's going on, because we're gonna stay pushing for this, man. All right. So that's Jackie KJ Johnson, Facebook. All right, now we got to beat some people up.
All right, come on.
Nehemiah 13, verse 21. Then I testified against them and said unto them, why lie ye about the wall? If ye do so again, I will lay hands on you.
Let me get a good look at these
From that time forth came.
Hey.
Yeah, you
don't know what to do. Yeah. I asked if you knew what to do. Let me get a good look at these people right here while he threw me off. Do that again. We gotta lay hands on you. If you don't donate here to the Booster Club, we gotta lay hands on you. And my people, if you don't support each other, if you don't come back to your nationality and learn who you are, we gotta lay hands on you. Yeah. Hey, this is the show. This is the Nehemiah Squad. Thank y'all for tuning in. We are your hosts. That's Captain Zakai. I'm Officer Shem. That's Officer Judah. We out.
All praises. Most High Christ bless y'all. Shalom.
Even the evil, amazing. Wait for the heathen. I need a break. I don't need a reason. I need a script. I don't need your readers. Keep it to yourself. It's better for my health. Leave it on the shelf. Ain't hearing nothing else. Tonight ain't the night. Knowing the price. Pay it off with my life. Till it's out with your lights. Do it all for the Christ. And he ain't playing nice. Knew the end from the start. Fix your face like it's art. The sons of a simp, call them Bart. Yeah, you did your best, played your part. But now it's time to cut you to the heart. Flex on occasion. It's the strangest of the salvation. You see it, believe it, amazing. Them chariots coming invasion since the creation. War of mine, Lord, bless the general. Greatest nation, eat them unequivocal. Bombs dropping, buddy, cause it's biblical. Start shit.